This was the first version of the PlayStation 1 system I made. Now, on the top, there's the couple buttons. The power button, right now, it looks depressed because I took out the spring, but it does work. There's a switch under there. The open button does not work. I taped that down so the front does not open, but I kept I changed that for revision 2. So revision 2, this actually presses down and it opens up and it shows you the internals of the case. The reset switch is not connected. However, it would be it wouldn't be too hard to integrate the functionality there. In the top corner over here, we have a little we have a switch. We have a four position dip switch, and that is to set the position. It's to I have it set so that the positions of the switches coordinate to the boot start, or the how the system boots. So right, if everything is set to zeros like that, the system boots normally without any modifications. But if there's a code, the system will boot into a special the system will boot in a special mode. For example, with the first switch like that on, it'll boot up into Super Mario Bros. With Super Mario Bros. 1. With the switch 2 like that, it'll go into Super Mario Bros. 2. And that's all programming, and it's all customizable. The heart of the system is actually right here. This is a micro SD extender, and that goes into the inside, and I'll show you the inside in a second. But all the data is essentially, all the operating system is essentially running on the micro SD card. So yeah, in the front we have the two memory card ports, and it looks kind of unfinished because it was hot glue with a razor blade. Version 2 was much better. The empty spaces around the memory card ports were used for USB ports, and so I had extensions going from the Raspberry Pi on the inside to here. So if I wanted to connect a USB arcade style controller, then I'd be able to plug it in. Or if I wanted to hook up 2 more controllers, these controller ports work. So if I had a PlayStation 1 controller, I could plug it in, and it would work perfectly. So now the inside of the system is definitely messy because I didn't take the time to cable manage. But if we see here, this is the overview. That goes to the set of switches, the 4 dip switches in the front. It comes underneath here and around it. This is a little controller board for it, and it comes down to the Raspberry Pi. Now, so the components of the system are: we have the power supply on the left side. We have a giant external hard drive connected. If we take that out, we can see that the Raspberry Pi is just a small board, the green board in this corner. Now we have this blue cord is the PlayStation to USB converter. And so if we look in here, all the PlayStation ports go to this little triangular green board, and that converts it to a USB signal. This ribbon cable is the extender for the micro SD port. Let's see. We also have in the back we have an Ethernet. We have an Ethernet jack to get internet. Right here is a 3.5mm to composite. I'll show you the back in a second, but that's for CRT TVs, old school analog. And then this extender is a HDMI cord with a little, and then on the tip here is an HDMI coupler to, so if you don't want to use a CRT TV, you have HDMI. Now, if we put the top back on and turn it around, we can see this is what the back looks like. We have the HDMI port over here. We have the power port over here, and this is the original power cord for the PlayStation with the composite cord over there. And then finally the Ethernet port.